Have you ever looked closely at a Formula One car, screaming around a corner at 300 kilometers an hour, and noticed something strange about its tires? They are completely smooth. No grooves, no patterns, no treads of any kind. Just a wide, flat, featureless surface of pure rubber making contact with the track. Now think about every other tire you have ever seen. Your car, a bus, a truck, a bicycle. Every single one of them has grooves cut into the surface. And you have probably been told since you were young that those grooves are what keep you safe in the rain. So why would the most advanced, most precisely engineered racing vehicles on Earth use tires with absolutely no grooves at all? Are F1 engineers making a massive safety mistake? Or do they know something about tires that most people never learn? Welcome to History Behind Simple Things. Today we are uncovering the brilliant physics behind why Formula One tires have no treads, and why that smooth surface is not a design flaw but the fastest thing engineers have ever put on a racing car. To understand why smooth tires are faster, we first need to understand what tire treads actually do. The grooves cut into a regular road tire serve one specific purpose. They channel water away from the contact patch. The contact patch is the small area of tire that actually touches the road surface at any given moment. On a dry road, water is not a problem. But on a wet road, water builds up between the tire and the surface. If that water has nowhere to go, it lifts the tire slightly off the road, a phenomenon called aquaplaning, and the driver loses all grip instantly. The grooves in a regular tire act like drainage channels. They give the water some way to escape so the rubber can maintain direct contact with the road. Without grooves, a regular car tire on a wet road becomes genuinely dangerous. The grooves are not about grip on dry surfaces. They are entirely about managing water. Here is the critical point. On a dry surface, grooves actually reduce grip. Every groove cut into a tire is a section of rubber that is not making contact with the road. The more rubber touching the road, the more friction. The more friction, the more grip. A completely smooth tire maximizes the contact patch, putting the absolute maximum amount of rubber in direct contact with the track surface at every moment. In a Formula One race on a dry track, more contact means more grip under acceleration, more grip under braking, and more grip through corners. At the speeds F1 cars travel, even a marginal increase in grip translates into lap times that are measurably, significantly faster. Smooth tires on a dry track are not a compromise. They are the optimal solution. But there is a second reason smooth F1 tires grip so extraordinarily well, and this is where the science becomes genuinely fascinating. F1 tires are not designed to grip the track the way your road tire does. Road tires grip primarily through mechanical interlocking, the rubber physically pressing into tiny imperfections in the road surface. F1 tires do this too, but they add a second layer of grip that road tires do not use at all. Heat. F1 tires are engineered to operate within a very specific temperature window, typically between 80 and 110 degrees Celsius. At that temperature, the rubber compound does not just press against the track. It partially melts onto it. The surface of the tire becomes slightly sticky, almost adhesive, physically bonding with the track surface molecule by molecule. This is called thermal grip. And it is why F1 drivers spend the first lap of a race weaving back and forth. They are generating heat in the tires to bring them into that operating window as quickly as possible. A cold F1 tire is actually quite slippery. A hot one grips with a ferocity that road tires cannot match. So what happens when it rains? Because F1 races do sometimes run in wet conditions, and a smooth tire in the rain is a disaster waiting to happen. The answer is that F1 regulations require teams to switch to wet weather tires, which do have grooves. Deep, wide channels designed to displace enormous volumes of water at racing speeds. A single F1 wet tire can evacuate up to 85 liters of water per second from the contact patch. The moment the track dries, the teams switch back to slicks as fast as possible. The grooves go back in the garage. The smooth rubber comes back out. So the next time you watch an F1 car blast past you on television and notice those perfectly smooth tires, remember, those are not unfinished tires. They are not cheaper tires. They are the most precisely engineered pieces of rubber in motorsport history, designed to do one thing better than anything else on Earth. Go fast on a dry track. If you enjoyed discovering the hidden physics behind this simple thing, hit that like button. Share this with your close friends. And subscribe to History Behind Simple Things and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. And I'll see you in the next one.